Wow. Thank you for your kind words. Joseph Clark, head of the Art History Department. I am deeply moved. Chancellor Hall, President Gertler, distinguished members of the Platform Party, and most importantly, graduates of the class of 2024. Shows you how old I am. It is really with profound emotion, gratitude, and humility that I accept this honorary degree. This is my chosen city. I grew up in a suburb of Boston. Both my parents were first-generation Americans. My father was one of 6 kids, and my many aunts and uncles and cousins all lived within a mile of one another. So on Sundays, my mother hosted brunch for the family. Our home was filled with lively talk and music. My mother had the gift of making things just beautiful. And I was the girl with the camera recording it all. My dad became ill when I was 11 years old and died within months. My mom rose to the challenge of raising 4 children, which she did with optimism, intelligence, and a generous spirit. My baby sister was only 4 at the time, and she never really knew our dad, but he adored her. So I knew I would be her link to our world. As a witness to my mother's experience, I knew I did not want to depend on anyone but myself. Later at Queen's University, I had the great privilege to study with wonderful scholars. Moving to Toronto and working with David Mirvish Gallery gave me the inside of a contemporary art marketplace, one that I had never considered before. It was there I felt the vortex of the art world. The artists, writers, poets, musicians, dancers, and the collectors that came from all walks of life. They came from engineers, they came from business, they came from medicine, they came from arts. They were an extraordinary group of people who were part of the arts community. I learned then what a brave career it is to be an artist. There's no paycheck, no immediate gratification, no one weighing in on you to tell you by day or week how well you're doing. It was the early 70s, and photography began to assert its place in the contemporary art world. Great photographers who defined the medium were accessible and were eager to work together. So I began doing exhibitions in Toronto. We had a lot of interest there at the Mirvish Gallery for these wonderful shows, but no buyers. 7 years later, when I opened my own gallery, it was risky. It was 1979, before any of you were born. And securing a bank loan was challenging. Local banks were not inclined to make a loan to a female entrepreneur, let alone someone who was going to make a living selling art, or even worse, photographs. When I called the first bank and he declined, I sat on the seat and tears started rolling down my eyes. I knew I wanted to say, thank you, I'll go elsewhere for my loan, but my bum really felt like it was 100 pounds and I couldn't move as I began to cry harder. The second bank asked me why I went to them for the loan, and I said, I like the fact that Mies van der Rohe built your building. Well, clearly that was the wrong response. But by the time I got to the 6th bank, I had learned a few things, and I was able to secure a loan from a banker that was willing to take a risk. She loaned me $10,000 to start my gallery, and that was the beginning. The new idea wasn't just to have a gallery of photography to represent photographers and take their work to the market. The new idea was also to locate near the financial center. That was different in Toronto. The idea was to encourage people to come at lunch and look at art. Before that time, people only went on Saturdays because they were couples together, and we wanted to spread the business throughout the week. It was a way of seeing art in an intimate way, and it worked. We hosted great exhibitions which attracted a wide public. It was a cultural moment in Toronto, excuse me. A convergence of artists now regarded as legendary were regulars at our openings. And their talks there were inspiring. We were mobbed, really mobbed, for the Robert Mapplethorpe opening. Bob came to town, and so did many, many others. Nan Golden gave a moving talk. And from that talk, we understood what happened in her life to lay the groundwork for her drug addiction. 20 years ago, we built a new gallery to really go back to my roots from the very beginning and to talk about painting, sculpture, and photography in one context. That gallery is in the Distillery District, and it provided the opportunity to create a nuanced, expressive space for the contemplation of art and for artist talks and a community of people to gather together. Art has inspired in me a desire to live a considered life, to notice, to imagine, to take risks, to fail, and to understand that failure is part of it all. Failure inspires you to reconsider, to try things in new ways. Really, all you have to experience the universe with is visual, sonic, touch, smell, taste, and emotions. Art lets you process the world. Art helps you know yourself. Art helps you know your emotions. If you get that sorted out, you can relax about the past. Today, I am deeply honored that you are honoring me. But the thing that excites me most is that you are honoring visual art. I am one of the many. I am only a witness and a messenger. The artists are the real honorees. They have defined your culture. Thank you, graduates, for your commitment to the University of Toronto, for your hard work, and to this city, the city I chose to live in. Thank you to your friends and your families who are here with you today to witness and celebrate your significant achievement. As you embark on your journey, carry with you the friends you have made here and the lessons you have learned. As Sir Paul McCartney advised me several years ago, remember always to just have fun. Congratulations, fellow graduates. The world needs you.